our reparations. One economist predict that it's $14 trillion. Go borrow that. Go borrow that 14 trillion. Raise the debt limit to give us what we earn, laying the financial, economic foundation for this country. Get out of my face about affirmative action. Somebody being there because of affirmative action. Who cares about that? I don't care what some white person thinks about that. Matter of fact, you don't want to give me affirmative action? Give me my reparations. Give me my reparations, and then keep your affirmative action. Well, they already took it back. Give me my reparations. Give us our reparations. One economist predict that it's $14 trillion. Go borrow that. Go borrow that 14 trillion. Raise the debt limit to give us what we earn, laying the financial, economic foundation for this country. Get out of my face about affirmative action. Somebody being there because of affirmative action. Who cares about that? I don't care what some white person thinks about that. Matter of fact, you don't want to give me affirmative action? Give me my reparations. Give me my reparations, and then keep your affirmative action. Well, they already took it back. Give me my reparations. Give us our reparations. One economist predict that it's $14 trillion.
Good day, family. Defiant Lawyers Network.
Go borrow that. Go borrow that 14 trillion. Raise the debt limit to give us what we earn, laying the financial, economic foundation for this country.
14 trillion.
Get out of my face about affirmative action. Somebody being there because of affirmative action. Who cares about that? I don't care what some white person thinks about that. Matter of fact, you don't want to give me affirmative action? Give me my reparations.
My brother. And that's the Defiant Lawyers Network. Our brother Corbett, Augustus Corbett, and he's a civil rights attorney. Well, and whatever they decide to do, whatever they doing, that's what I'm supporting. I'm going to support my brothers. I'm going to support my sisters, regardless of anything, how white people feel about it, how our neighbors, even our family, our people, however they feel about it. I'm supporting my people. Our critical thinkers that's coming up with solutions and resources for us, that's whose side I'm on. I'm not on this patriarchal system. I'm not on white folks' side. I'm not trying to heal everybody else, make sure everybody else is okay. At this point in time, my focus foremost and finally is on Black America. That's it and that's all. It's enough for me that I'm not calling no harm or hurt on anybody. That's enough for me to be okay looking after my people, looking for my people. And that's all I got to say about other folks and stuff. It ain't no harm or no hate towards other people for what's happening in the world. All of this is happening in the world because other people haven't wanted to see us be okay. That's why everything is like it is. That's why everything is like it is. Not only in America, but across the globe. Oh, wow. Look, that fell off of my table. It was kind of in the way anyhow, being on the top like that, but I might put it back on, who knows. But yeah, we just got to decide what we're going to do, Black America. And we got to do what's right for us, for once in our lives right here. We got to do what's right for us, our people, our children. Whatever comfort you done received, I done received along the way, prosperity, that's got to be enough. That's got to be enough for us now because we got to start making sacrifices. We got to start making sacrifices. I am Face the Nation. We're on Bolden Unchained. I'm so glad y'all here. Let me cover up these numbers because it's very distracting. And it's a little intimidating too, seeing the numbers right there and stuff. And I'm so thankful my ancestors, just like, as long as you get one person in their face. Two people, that's me and you. Then I can relax and I can just go ahead and do what I got to do and stuff without, looking for more and stuff. Because it's really not about that. It's really not about more for this right here. Not this, what I'm on for my ancestors. And I imagine that's probably for all of us that are fighting and that's telling the truth about our ancestors, that's getting the truth out there that we need to know. It ain't going to be the most liked. It's not going to be the most popular, the most liked, the most, I don't know, adhered to and heeded. No, because this is not what we want. We too afraid of this. We are too afraid of this. But we can't be afraid no more. You got to be afraid. You be afraid for anybody. Be afraid for your babies. You be afraid for your kids. You be afraid for black kids. Black women out here ain't got no protection. Black men being hunted down in these streets. That's what you be afraid for. Don't be afraid because your ass finna lose your job. Shit, you know how to clean up. Go clean some people's houses. People need help cleaning. People literally need help cleaning up. They need to know how to clean up stuff. I get untidy. We all get untidy. But some people get, it just becomes overwhelming to them. And before you know it, they just, they just under all of that they got in them and stuff, in their homes and stuff. And I got a lot of books and notes and papers around, and I feel cluttered. But some people really need you and your expertise to come and show them how to clean and how to keep it down. I think what I do for myself, because my mama used to do it and stuff, as you bring stuff home, whatever you bring it home and stuff, you buy new stuff, new clothes, new knickknacks and whatever like that. Get rid of some stuff. Give some stuff to people you love, to friends, neighbors, families and stuff. Throw some shit away if it ain't got no value for you. That's what you're supposed to do to help, to help maintain the simplicity at home and stuff. Because a lot of stuff will throw us off. If your surroundings ain't organized and neatly and stuff, that's probably why I feel, a little cluttered, because I got a lot of notes and stuff that I haven't organized. But when you is around a untidy, surrounding your areas and stuff, your living space and stuff where you be at and you're supposed to be able to create and stuff, you block because of all of that. I can feel it. And now I know what it is and stuff. Yeah, I got to get some shelves and stuff. But it's really serious. And mental health is serious. Sometimes people just so depressed that they don't want to get up and do the chores and stuff. And that's where you come in. And you help them and teach them how to simplify it. You bring stuff in, get rid of stuff. Let's just go ahead and throw some stuff away. If you got important papers you want to keep and stuff, I'm gonna start putting newspapers on the wall. Just put a little a hole in it. Get your hole puncher. Stick a little. How about these at the Dollar Tree? Stick this to them, and you can keep those. They not in the way. They not laying around nowhere. They got a specific place to be. That's key for me. Everything's supposed to be in this place. I don't know where I put those little rings at, but they look like this. They look just like this right here. Just to help people be able to hang on to stuff that they really want, and stuff that they don't need and stuff. You either gonna throw it away, donate it, give it to somebody, and yeah, it's all about simplifying stuff. And we just got to help each other with that and stuff. Because believe it or not, they make people depressed and sad, don't want company. They not social because they got all of these dams, these blockages and stuff with us. I do too myself. But I put on me some music and get to cleaning. Yeah, you come over here, I done change the whole house around. Everything look different, even the walls. Because sometimes I change around my walls too. We just got to do what we got to do for us. We got to start thinking in terms of our prosperity and abundance and our betterment and everything. That's the only way we're going to see any improvement. So yeah, let me get the copyright disclaimer out the way. And we all know I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. We look at through a spiritual lens of loyalty, resilience, and education. If you're wondering, we're here to assist Black America. Everybody should know. It's on that little thing that I did, the descriptions and stuff while I'm here. I see a problem with Black America, with my people. And as a Black woman, I feel like, yeah, I can talk about it too. I can say what I feel about all of this. Now, because for 40-some years, I didn't even know. I mean, when they say we've been put to sleep, we've been put to sleep. I never knew I was asleep for 43 years until I realized that we ain't okay. That first protest I went to for Trayvon Martin, and and Terrence. And I realized then we ain't okay, but everybody was together then. You know, the diversity was so profound. And yeah, it was very profound. It's so powerful. But now, and after that, years after that and stuff, things began to change. Dr. John Henry Clark, the first one that I heard say that I learned that we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no friends. Then Dr. Claude Anderson said it also. We have a couple of our mentors, our scholars, our jingers, our scholars and experts that's letting us know what the deal is. A lot of us refuse to hear it, refuse to teach it. That's why we're in this situation right now. And I see the need to know. I think you need to know. I think your sisters, your brothers, your aunties, your uncles and stuff, they need to know what they can't receive from you. Like my family, some stuff I be saying and stuff, they don't want to hear from me. They hear so much from me. We just sick of it, you know. But to hear from someone else is like a kind of validation. Oh, someone else said it. Someone else thinking like this. This may be true. Let me give some consideration to this. I don't know. We off. We just off. Black people are off right now. And it's because of white America. You know, I want to see why are we off? Why we against each other? Don't we know we the only ones can have black babies? Don't we know that? I mean, it's pretty simple. And then, matter of fact, don't nobody even want to be black. People just mating with us, so they procreating with us, so we won't procreate with us. It's a manipulation. White folks procreating with us now. It's so acceptable now. Pretty soon, you ain't even gonna think that black people was even alive because white and black gonna mix so thoroughly, you know. But that right there is a manipulation. That's a manipulation. White folks gonna teach them generations to only procreate with other white people so they can prolong their genetic survival. That's what it's all about. This whole thing. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing went into depth on it. DEPTH. She went into depth on it. White genetic survival. That's what it's about. You know, and us, we could have helped white people sincerely. If white people had never sabotaged us, our mindset, our empathies and compassion, our willingness to be sincere, as sincere as we was. If they hadn't never manipulated that, we would have made them like Blade. You can go out in the sun. You can get the gifts that we have that we can give to you. Now, we can't give them everything. Now, I don't know. They want this melanin. They want that key to melanin, but we can't give them that because the ancestors didn't give that to us. They placed it within us, like that movie Fifth Element. And the lady was on the stage, the blue lady was on the stage singing, and she got shot or something, and Bruce Willis ran up there and dug in her stomach and pulled out that, whatever it was, that cosmic key. Well, that's the same thing. The ancestors placed the melanin key within us, and we can't get it. White folks can't get it. You know, it's cosmic. But, however, I will say that if white folks hadn't sabotaged us in all of our greatness, we would have been able to assist them, not on a liveliness like we got. You know, that's original. It can't be duplicated. It can't be donated. But we would have been able to assist them to the point where they wouldn't have had to worry about white genetic survival anymore. Not like they are. We would have done that for white folks. Let me go get my lotion right fast.
Financial, economic foundation for this country. Get out of my face about affirmative action, you know, somebody being
Don't
there
want to give us nothing.
because of affirmative action.
Remind me of what's that man named Sister Vicky be talking about, tea tree oil. That's what I need. John James Clyburn or whatever his name is, and he always looking around to see who wants something for black folks. All of our politicians. Yeah, soon we get through with this right here, we're gonna get into Dr. Claude Anderson. I know Malcolm X is over there and stuff. I got to get my schedule together. Because as much as I love to read, I can read. I'm a multiple book reader. I read multiple books at one time, but it's for me. It's usually on my schedule. But this right here is, I'm trying to make it where it's ingestible for us. And it's kind of difficult to do, yeah, but I'm gonna find a way. If I can shorten my errors and stuff instead of being like 3 hours long, because I talk a lot, especially when I'm talking about us. Oh, when I'm talking about us and stuff, I don't know if you can get a word in if you ain't talking about us. So yeah, I just want us to be able to learn all we can and stuff. That's why when we ain't on each other channels, go to someone else's channel and stuff. I'm still subscribing and following, our people that's trying to help us. We the only ones, y'all. So yeah, this is we look through a spiritual lens. I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't forgive nothing. I don't forgive a damn thing that was done to my ancestors. I sure don't, honey. They don't either. The ancestors don't forgive that shit. Who told us that? Who taught us that the ancestors forgive it? No, they don't. They probably did, because I forgave everything. Even after I knew about Tulsa, after I learned about Tulsa, after Trayvon Martin was lynched, but I didn't learn about the other massacres. I just learned about Tulsa, and it wasn't in depth. It was like the surface of the Tulsa massacre, the Tulsa race riot, but I forgave it. I knew about Emmett Till because Emmett, a lot of people know about Emmett. All you got to say is Emmett, and that's who we conjure up. That's who we think about. We remember Emmett Till. But I forgave Emmett. I forgave the lynching of Emmett Till. However, as I'm learning more and more, I ordered 2 of the same book. It's all good though, right? We're going to use that. But as I learn more and more, I don't forgive no more. I took all of that back. I did. I took it all back. Even from white women. I don't trust white women no more like that. No, you go adopt your kids. You go adopt your kids. If you want to do anything for Black families, help us find a family member of that child that can adopt that Black child. Or help us find another Black family that's emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially able to nurture that baby. But white folks being the one, no, I don't trust it. I don't believe it. There have been, I'm sure, I know it probably have been some white families that took in a Black child, and they did them right. They were sincerely loving to them, nurturing to them, whatever your word might be. But I still feel like it was a sacrifice that child should have been with a Black family. We need to be with our people so we can learn what we need to learn. White folks is not finna teach no Black child about this. This is one of the most important keys that we need to know more than this. Yes, more than this. Do you know how many people in this world ain't read this Bible? How many people in the world don't believe in this? I'm not saying I'm one of them. I ain't read it, but I believe in a higher power. I don't believe in no man in the sky, no sky daddy, but I believe in a higher power. I took my higher power out the box. Yep, I took my higher power out the box. It's cosmic energy. It ain't got no name. I respect your higher power's name, Yahweh, Yahushua, and the others, our other names that you call your higher power, whoever it is. I respect them and stuff, but I took mine out the box. It ain't got no name no more. It's just cosmic energy. When cosmic energy was in its infancy, its beginning, no one knows. The white man surely don't know. His ass can't even go out here in the sun, much less go way out there. See that right there? I've been having that up there about 2 years now, but it serves its purpose for now. Because see, white folks can't go into the multiverse where Black people can go. Why they done lied to us about all this? And why come ain't nobody actually, well, I know why. But could it truly be that our most intelligent minds are fearful to even tell us these things? At this point, allegedly 2025? But I ain't. This is the first universe right here. You know, all I know, I'm from the hick town, one of them little hick towns in Tennessee. That's where I'm from. And we know about God and Jesus. That's it and that's all. And even Jehovah's Witness. We got Jehovah's Witness down there and stuff. Well, you get the papers and stuff like that down there. You can become one of the members. My mother was going to become a Jehovah's Witness when we was kids and stuff. And but mostly it's just Jesus and God. Now, when I moved and relocated to Minnesota, that's when I had a culture shock. Yeah, that's when I learned about, other higher powers like your Yahweh and your Yahushua and stuff like that. And everything opened up. When you put yourself in a different frequency, it does that. So where I'm from and stuff, we know about God and Jesus. We know about one universe, the universe. Even myself, I didn't know that, it's a multiverse out there. Why ain't nobody told us it's a multiverse out there? I was so confused. I'm still a little perplexed, but I'm going to work it out. But the multiverse that's out there, I thought it was 12 universes. I think I got that in my notes too. But listening to Dr. Delbert Blair, I think a multiverse is 7, but that don't even matter. That don't even matter. What matters is that you ain't got to go to, oh shit, my batteries. You ain't got to go to just heaven. You ain't got to go to just heaven. There's heaven and there go hell right there. There go hell. I put that on there to symbolize what hell is. That's hell and there go your heaven right there. That's in the first universe though. That's in the first universe. You got the second universe, the third universe, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, all the way. Then I was reading from some dude, I wrote it down too, some man, he's a scholar. And he was saying that the universe is actually infinite, y'all. It could be up to 4 universes. They don't even know how many multiverses, 4 multiverses. And I wrote them all down too. And they don't, they actually don't know how many multiverses are out there. That's how big, how humongous, how huge it is. Can you see it? One universe, and then you got the multiverse. White folks go here. John Brown is here. Still fighting white folks. Still telling white folks, why y'all bringing black people up here, misleading black people to come to heaven? And then you doing the same damn thing to them. That's what John Brown is. Our ancestors that know and that felt it and that resonate, they in the multiverse. Free. Not with white folks. White folks ain't in the multiverse. I do believe some white beings escaped. Oh, yeah, I'm going to say escaped, though. They snuck out because they weren't supposed to do it. They left the first universe and got out into the multiverse. Is that the spiritual battle in the multiverse, in the ethers? Good versus evil? Because one of their asses done got out of the first universe and done went out into the multiverse. You see, they weren't supposed to be there. The cosmos did not manifest them. Everybody came from me and you. Everybody came from us. The cosmos manifested us. That's why me, you, we return to the multiverse. Now, some of us, the mind is a terrible thing to waste. Not just for school learnings and stuff like that, because hell, it really ain't taught you shit if you don't know what happened to our people. I'm talking to black folks, I really don't expect white folks to be in here. But I imagine some of your asses is. I imagine some of y'all in here that want to take up for white folks, but you better go over there with sister at, because sister going to sympathize with you, and she know where you coming from, and she feel for you. I know you love Karen, and you love Sabrina. I don't give a damn about none of that shit. Do you love your people? Do you love your people? Because if you don't, then you in the wrong place. You just in the wrong place. I know how it is. It's really nerve-wracking. But that's just because you ain't decided whose side you on. It ain't got to be difficult. Once you decide, Black America, whose side you on, who you going to stand up for, then a lot of this stuff will fall in place for you. Even with your religion. You get to talking to your higher power and ask your higher power, where am I supposed to go? Because you truly believe, Black America, you sincerely believe with all your might and your mind that you're supposed to be in heaven. Heaven. Ain't no other thought came into our mind, into our thoughts, into our imaginations, our creations, that is something other than heaven. We all been brainwashed that heaven is the last stop, but it ain't. You can go to the multiverse. You can go to the multiverse. White folks can't go. And that right there is going to make a lot of y'all feel like you don't want to go to the multiverse then. If white folks ain't going to be there, you don't want to go there. You got a problem within yourself if that's how you feeling. You got to realize and understand that you're not supposed to cling. You ain't supposed to, Black America, we're not supposed to cling to this, to them. We're not. Naturally, we all should be questioning, oh, why am I going to heaven? You mean? As soon as they start teaching that to us and we start resonating that, oh, we're going to be in heaven forever and ever and ever. Oh, with white folks, we should have those type of thoughts, but we don't. We can't. And it ain't entirely your fault until you just disregard everything in your dedicated ignorance and you don't want to learn anything else. But our mind is in this right here. You got to get your mind out of that right there. My mind was in that circle too for a long time, and I never even read the Bible. I just believed it, had faith in it because my mother did, and my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my aunties, everybody did, my uncles. So I did too. You know, I didn't really question this stuff. I couldn't even read the book and get through it. It was so many, you know, just, yeah. So I didn't. But for us as a people and stuff, it's because of that your mind is in here. You can't learn everything that's out there. It hits differently for Black people. Everything is different from us, for us, than it is for other people in the world, namely white people, because that's who we're talking about. That's who I'm talking about, white people. Now, other folks that have done some harm and hurt to my people, they will be exposed to in these readings, I'm sure, because Tennessee ain't taught me nothing. And some of my teachers, if y'all ever see my videos and stuff, I want you to know I want to call you by your name and let you know that all them years, and I'll be at the front of the classroom. I like the school. Yeah, I did. I wasn't as into it like this right here. But school didn't really have nothing for us after we done learned the fundamentals of education, because they ain't teaching us shit. That's why your kids don't want to go. Our babies don't want to go to school. For what? All school does is teach us to glorify the white man. Jonathan Cazole says that. And where is he at? I think he was a British or something like that. I don't know. He's some type of public speaker, motivator or something like that. But that's what he said. Sound good to me. It makes sense to me. It's just glorifying the white man. The education system right here in America is. That's all it's doing. It's not teaching our babies about this. It's not teaching our babies about anything. That's why they restless. Our babies are physically restless. They're mentally restless. Our hotheads are out here in the streets right now. I don't know who you can pull up that'll grab their attention, because it's so fragmented now. Maybe Khalid Muhammad. I don't know who you think. Stokely Carmichael. I don't know. Y'all know. So that's what you need to be using to reach our brothers, our sons and daughters out here that's lost. Give them that last chance at least, because you got the keys now. You got the tools now to reach out to them. You ain't just going to reach out to them with, oh, man, they paying $25 an hour. Go on up there and get you a job. Man, that ain't good enough. That ain't good enough. No, that's not good enough. You got to start giving them something else. Our young babies and stuff, they don't want to read nothing. They don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to do nothing. Just stay on their phone and, just bullshit all day and make TikTok videos all day, I guess, You got to reach them other ways. And you got the keys now. You got the keys now. You got to get our greatness to them so they can see it. They can feel it. They know it's real. You see? And that right there is going to start resonating with them in their mind. And it's going to take a while. This is going to take a long ass time. Not that long though, but we're going to have to be patient with them, because this has been a long time, a long lengthy ass brainwash that we've been under. This like the longest grudge that I ever knew in life, period, I think. But then, I just really woke up and started reading and learning and stuff. But as far as America, anyway, this is the longest grudge ever. And it's going to stay a grudge on us and stuff until we realize and learn what we need to learn. You got to start with the babies, too. It ain't just for me and you. Kids can't come on my channel because of this. Because of this. So, but you can get to them. You can reach them. When I'm not on here and stuff and I'm around, kids and stuff. Yeah, I can tell them about the real McCoy. I can tell them about John Brown. Look at the furnace of affliction. I know. I can't wait for us to read that, honey. And about all that, the C-19. And the C-19 and stuff, that inoculation. I hope you monitoring yourself. It's been a few years now. They never really told what was in them inoculations. I don't know if you could talk about it now and stuff, but hell, I get a strike. But them shots and stuff that everybody got, it had a spike protein in it. And I don't know. I was listening to one of my jingles about a year ago, and he was saying that who was it? Harvard? Johns Hopkins University had made a device for people on medication. And it's like the palm of your hand. The medication is in here. And like your body heat can activate it. So when your body heat get real hot and stuff, and it activates it, it starts squeezing, and the medicine come out. Well, it's stuff like that that's used, that's weaponized. That's what I got out of it. If I find that video, this was a couple years ago, maybe a year and a half ago, when I heard that, and I was like, oh, wow. I wrote it down somewhere because I forgot what they called it. If I ever think of it and stuff before I find it, I'll let y'all know and stuff. But all of them little things like that, the medical things, that's why I'm so glad, y'all. I did order medical apathy too. I ordered it because I want to know. I want to know just how deep this trauma go on us. Yeah, I know. I be all over the place and stuff. Hell, I'm appalled. I feel betrayed for me and my people. It was okay that, I fucked off my life. I made some wrong mistakes and stuff. I went the long way around, on a whole lot of things and stuff. And I could deal with that for me. But this is by design. My mama, my grandmama, my great-grandmama, my daddy, my granddaddy, my uncles, my cousins, my great-uncles and stuff. All of my people, all of us, yours too. I'm glad that you and yours escaped some of the sabotages and you reached that educational pinnacle. You reached the financial pinnacle. I'm happy, I'm proud for us, but we need personal freedom. We need to reach that personal pinnacle where we can speak and we can tell the truth about things, about us, what's happened to us, why we can't come together. I think that's what really got to me, this last point here, because I've seen somebody saying, why come we don't get together except for funerals? Except for funerals, why come we don't get together? And I was like, wondering too. And then it went on to the reasons why, because we got away from God. We didn't finish, get an education or whatever. The music. It was a whole bunch of different reasons and stuff. And nobody even didn't even bring up our trauma, why we don't get together. All we do is fight when we get together and stuff. Everything is good for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Then the shit finna hit the fan. But no one said why. Tell the true reason why we like this with each other. I feel like ever since Tulsa in 1919, the awakening of Black America, I feel like that's when we stopped trying to build anything for us, trying to elevate us, trying to teach us, trying to talk to us, trying to love on us, trying to inspire us, create with us. We stopped on the magnificent level like we did with Black Wall Street. Yeah, we just was like, okay, fine. We won't build no more Black Wall Streets and stuff. We'll just coexist with white folks. And that's what white folks wanted. That's exactly what they wanted. And then after that, they were able to say, okay, all right, we stopped. We stopped Black America from rising up. And everything seemed like it was okay. I think that's what I was in when I felt like Black America was all right now. We okay now. But now all of a sudden, here I am reading, learning so much. I never knew. I didn't even know we had an awakening. The first awakening. Now we're in a second awakening, Black America. We're in another awakening. I don't care what nobody say. They want to. I'm still going to tell it how I see it. We're in another awakening. In other words, white folks are prone. They gearing up. They preparing to unleash what they have restrained. They done held it back. They done hidden it. All this rage within them. They live vicariously through their people that are out here still terrorizing Black people. White folks get some comfort from that. Yeah, you can't tell me a motherfucking thing. White folks get some comfort from that. That's just like when I started reading Duluth, lynchings in Duluth. I didn't even know about lynchings in Duluth. Right here in Minnesota. And I looked it up, y'all. It wasn't a whole year. Minnesotans didn't wait a year after the 1919 massacres. Minnesota waited 10 months and like 19 days. And then the lynchings in Minnesota occurred. But until then, y'all ass was living vicariously through the other massacres of their people. See, all of it. I'm curious myself. I'm going to ask these questions because I want to know. And don't come telling me, no, that was a long time ago and that's not us and we ain't never did that. That's what vicariously means. Just because you don't go to the casino and to the club and stuff, don't mean you don't enjoy other folks going and doing it. Oh, yeah, I know you went to the casino last night. Tell me everything. You living through that. It's giving you a satisfaction. But see, with this right here, it's on a different level. This is anti-life. Gambling is anti-life too, just in case, you shouldn't be gambling and stuff. You can't win. You might come out with a few pennies and dollars and stuff, but the casino gonna take the whole wallet. I'm just saying, But this right here, it's like, wow, for real. I guess you just had to experience it. I guess they had to experience it just one time. But something like this, you don't just experience it one time. Your intuition should tell you. And see, Minnesota, that's where you could have been different. Why did you have to succumb to all of this evilness? And now, when I look around, because when I came to Minnesota, I had a motherfucking culture shock. I hadn't seen nobody but white folks, Black folks, and Mexicans where I'm from. When I came up here, I was seeing Hmongs, Somalians, my first Africans I seen up here. What's them other people? Yeah, everybody is so diverse up here and stuff. Sometimes I might still have a culture shock. If I go out to the right place and everybody's there, every group of people you could think of is in that part of town or wherever they at and stuff. And it's like, wow, I didn't know these people was here and stuff. I even be asking my people who they are. And some of them I get it right and stuff. I be like, you a Senegalese? Or what is it? The one, they real tall and real beautiful. Yeah. And they be like, yeah, that's who they are and stuff. But when I first came here, it was like, wow. My people, I want to talk to all of y'all. My people, I do. I sure do, because I feel like you finally here. When I was a little girl, y'all, I know we're going to get the copyright disclaimer out the way and stuff, because I get to talking and stuff. But when I was a little girl, I used to read Roots, and I thought that our people from Africa were going to come here, and they were going to get us and take us back to Africa, where we're supposed to be. And then I found out that Alex Haley didn't even tell us the truth about it. We was already here. For that matter, my family didn't tell me the truth, that they was already here. Yeah, Face, we the ones that was already here. Somebody could have just at least told me, Face, that book might be true. I don't know. At that time in the 70s, I was born in the 70s and stuff. And I guess it was about the early 80s when I was reading that book and stuff. And I just feel like somebody should have said, this might have happened to some of our people and stuff, but it didn't happen to us. Somebody could have told me, Face, your great-great-grandmama was already here. They could have told me that. At that time, I probably wouldn't have handled it well. considering the way I am now in my adult life and stuff. But I feel like we should at least tell us these things so we'll know. We should at least tell us these things so we'll know. And I get it now why they didn't. Because when all of that transcribed, I ain't really found it yet. I do know about the dolls rolls, though. I got that up somewhere, y'all. I'll tell y'all the years when I see it. But I do realize that all of this is just constructed against us. Yeah, I lost my train of thought because I was looking for that dolls rolls. But the dolls rolls is just when people came over here and they bought our legacy. They bought our title. They bought our identity for $5. Yeah, the Indians that we see as Indians, the pretenders, as somebody said, and the $5 Indians, they bought our legacy for $5. Oh, what I was gonna say, but the government made it so our ancestors couldn't tell us the truth. I don't know, maybe like Christianity, they would have killed them, I guess. I don't know. I'm gonna read and find out. I'm looking for these little things, these little nuggets, because we need to know. Why not? I forgive, my family, my ancestors and stuff for not telling us because they thought it was doing us good and the best to keep us, safe. To keep us safe. That's why they did it. And so, yeah, I forgive my ancestors for that. I forgive my grandmothers, my aunties, my mama, all of them. Whoever took my roots book, I forgive them too. But I want it back. You in the afterlife now, and I want my book back. I talk to my ancestors like we supposed to talk to God. You talk to your God. I know black folks, we got a communion with the higher power. It's white folks that don't have a communion with God. They act like they do. They make you think that they got a communion, a worship, a relationship with God, but they don't. Anybody that do these things for him, where's your relationship with God? Where's your conscience? Where's your intuition? No, that's not right. Your intuition should tell you if you kick that puppy, if you stomp on that puppy's head, you're going to fuck that puppy up for life if you don't kill it. Your intuition should tell you that that's the wrong thing to do. White folks don't have none of that to portray like they do today. See, Black America, you got to be able to read between the lines. You got to, especially now, shit, them lines ought to be vibrating right now, getting you to look in between them and stuff, because with all this racial tension rising and stuff, that's the perfect combination for white folks to snap the fuck out again. And Black America, you don't want to come to the front. You don't want to come to the protest. You don't want to speak. You don't want them coming to the cookouts no more. We ain't going camping, swimming, hiking, to the cabin. We ain't doing none of them things no more. We ain't teaching you to dance. We ain't sharing no songs no more and stuff. And now white folks is gearing themselves up to unleash again on your black ass. Black America, it is what it is. It is what it is for all that pretending and playing possum, keeping the peace. Now what? Now what? It was bound to happen because you can't hide the truth forever. You can't hide the truth forever. And now they still erasing our history. You can't even find Jackie Robinson. Yeah, I was listening to one of our brothers, and he was like, he went on there to find Jackie Robinson, and it was like unavailable. You had a little paragraph or something on there. I should have wrote that down, but it was unavailable. 26,000 photos of our soldiers that we've been learning about wiped away. The Tuskegee Airmen, what was it, the Harlem Hellfighters, wiped away. It's unbelievable, ain't it? Yeah, it's anti-life. That's what it is. And it can't be hid. It's out of our control. It's out of white folks' control. As much as they erasing our greatness, everything is really being exposed from the cosmos now because of that. That's where we got to have our faith in and stuff. Y'all been reading these Bibles your whole life. Since you were 6 years old and you first learned to read and sound out and know God, or Yahweh or Yahushua or whatever your higher power is and stuff. But now we got to look at it differently for us. It was a brother too earlier that was saying we got to look at the Bible differently. We got to start studying the Bible differently. Y'all do. I'm studying it now, ain't I? Because it's one of the books. But yeah, you got to start studying the Bible differently. I definitely think Black America, you weren't supposed to embrace everything in the Bible except for the major lessons you need to learn. You already know not to kill, steal, and destroy. Your mama taught you that. Your mama taught you that. You already know not to be jealous of other people. What is called not to covet your neighbor's wife or your neighbor's husband, whatever the case may be. You know them things in the Bible and stuff. It's good. It's got some meat in it for you that can help you and give you order and discipline in your life and stuff. But you missed the whole lesson in this for Black America, trying to stay on page with white folks. That's what we've been doing, trying to stay on the same page with white folks. We done missed a bastard can't get into heaven. We done missed the one that said you ain't supposed to be procreating with their sons and daughters, and they ain't supposed to be procreating with your sons and daughters. You done missed the scripture that said, come ye out of Babylon. You missed all of that. Slaves, don't question your master. Don't ask your master why come he your master. Why come you just a slave? And slave, be content with your lot in life. We were supposed to study all of them things. Maybe if we had them, maybe I would have had some interest in the Bible when I was a young girl and stuff. But it just never resonated with me like it did with us. And that's okay. You still can keep this. Yeah, you still can keep this. But you just got to pick up this one too. This is our Bible. This Black Bible right here. This is our Bible. I know the Bible about us. Faith don't know what she's talking about. That book about us. Yeah, it's got a whole lot of truth in here about you. Jesus is black. His skin is like mine. Yes, and his hair is like mine. And when Jesus come back, I know we've been waiting a long time. When Jesus come back and stuff, if it ain't Simeon Toko, if it ain't that black man right there on that wall, yeah, I ain't gonna even go there and stuff, because I don't want nobody to be like, you dare disrespect my Jesus. But I'm telling you, if a white man come back talking about, come on, let's go, I come back to get y'all stuff, I'm gonna ask him, where's you taking us? Where are you taking me and my people, Jesus? I'm gonna ask him. Why wouldn't I ask him? Are we gonna be behind these pearly white gates? Are we gonna be able to come out? Yeah. This is the Bible too. This is my Bible right here. See, why come he ain't your Jesus? How come he ain't your Jesus? Don't you see the wood? Don't you see that killing under him, them planks on him? Don't you see that crown around his head? The flames or whatever it is, the glare from the camera, I don't know. But don't you see that crown around his head? Don't you see what is that thing that they have with them thorns and stuff on Jesus's head? That's our Jesus right there, Black America. You got to wake your ass up. Ain't no needing your ass being scared at all this time. Hell, your ass already 67. How long are you going to be afraid? Well, I can't talk about that, consider that and stuff. Your Bible done taught you false prophets. False prophets. Here's your false prophets right here. The white man is your false prophets. Because this Bible is about you. Yeah, this is about you. The white man wrote this Bible, though. He can't tell you about you because he ain't going to ever tell you about you. All this manipulation, put it in the Bible that Jesus got dark skin and woolly hair. And then turn around and make a damn picture of a white man. You see how fucked up that is on Black America? How it messes our mindset up because religion is a vehicle, y'all. Dr. Ray Hagins, y'all know I love Dr. Ray Hagins and stuff. It took me 13 years to come back to that man and his teachings. But he said that religion, y'all, it's a vehicle. It's a cultural, psycho-philosophical vehicle of spiritual and intellectual enslavement. Your mind and your spirit is so enslaved, y'all. It's like religion just got it in there right there. And it can't get out because you got to give yourself permission to ask some questions. I know you ain't supposed to question your God. Don't question your God. God don't make no mistakes and stuff. But you got to question the white man. That's who you got to question. What all he done taught you and done preached to you, done forced on you. You got to question all of that. Your higher power shouldn't be against you. Your higher power won't be against you if you ask them the right questions. Don't ask them if you ask them, don't they want you to know the truth? I just asked my higher power. Yeah, don't you want me to know the truth? I need to know the truth about these things. Because I felt like I was blaspheming too. What the hell? I just felt like I was questioning God, and you don't question God. But then I had to ask, can I seek the truth? I need to know. And my higher power was like, yeah, you can seek the truth. We want you to seek the truth within yourself. And that's what I did. Still didn't take me to the Bible, though. That didn't take me to the Bible. You don't need the Bible. What about before this Bible was wrote? Before this Bible was written, what do you think our people did? Our people were spiritual. They were spiritual. I'm spiritual. You spiritual. You just got a little religious, connotations about yourself, if that's the right word. But you get what I'm saying. But yeah, it's all about religion. It's like a chain on your mind. Yep. White folks, they did a whole number on us. Them motherfuckers did that to my people. And then I slept my whole life away and stuff. I would have been no told y'all. I would have been no told us the truth. The copyright disclaimer under 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair uses are use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. I know I do a lot of repetition, and that's fine for me because that's how I learn. And you, with me, you can go and come back here. You know what time I come on and stuff and what time I'm going to be here. And that's fine with me. Everybody ain't for my ancestors. And I'm not for everybody. You can come on when you need, some uplifting or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll be singing that day. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, you don't have to feel like you got to stay. And every time you see me come on and stuff, you got to come on. See what Faith's talking about, because there's going to be a whole lot of repetition. A whole lot of repetition, because you need to learn these things. And I do too. A lot of stuff I forget about if I don't repetitiously keep it. That's why I put a lot of stuff on the walls and stuff. Because until I learn it and commit it to memory and understand it and comprehend it, I need to have it within my focus. That's how I learn. I know we learn differently and stuff. I like to write stuff down. I like to take notes and annotate with stuff. That's why I'm so cluttered right now. I understood what that video might have been for me, but I ain't throwing away nothing. I ain't got nothing to throw away. Everything is worthy. I need everything that I got. All of these notes, all of these papers and stuff. What is this? Oh, according to current scientific understanding, the number of multiverses is considered to be potentially infinite. In other words, there could be an even uncountable number of multiverses. And you talking about going to heaven. As the concept of a multiverse implies an endless collection of parallel universes with different properties, each potentially containing its own set of physical laws and realities. However, this is a highly theoretical concept with no definitive proof of its existence, because don't nobody know. The white man don't know what's up there. As far as, I really can't even say I believe their ass went to Mars or the moon. The moon. And they trying to get to Mars. What was it Trump talking about? They're going to Mars with something he said. I wrote it down because it was like fucked up. Really, you finna go to Mars with that bullshit. But see, every planet is not physical. Some planets are mental. So they get their ass on some of them planets and stuff and start getting spikes and lasers through their ass. Then they're gonna be wondering what's going on. But yeah, every planet is not physical. Why they planning on going to Mars? White folks is very strange. Yeah. So what you need to do, I got this side note right here, y'all. Watch the skies. I love to look at the skies and stuff because the sun is up there. I love the sun and the clouds and stuff. But keep your eyes on the clouds. Keep your eyes on the skies and stuff so you can see what's going on in the cosmos. It's going to reveal it. People say they seeing stuff, and I hope I see some. If you ever see an alien or anything, that look like, wow, is that what I'm seeing and stuff? Ask them some questions. Don't be scared and stuff, and don't freeze up and run. Prosperity, just ask them some questions. Cause I got a couple of questions I'm gonna ask them, and one of them is y'all here for white folks? Is you finally coming to avenge us? Why y'all didn't show yourself when Emmett Till was being lynched? Where was you at during John Hartfield's lynching? Did y'all at least take them out of their suffering before, it got too bad? How John Hartfield, did y'all at least take John out of all of that suffering and that pain? Yeah, I got some questions to ask. I do. I don't know about y'all. Shit, I'm like, if I do take out running and stuff, when I turn around and look to the back while I'm running, and then I stop, and wait a minute. Well, why didn't you show yourself when Emmett Till needed you? How long y'all been here? Where you been at? I got some questions to ask. Ain't no fear. Ain't no fear. You done had enough fear. Your Bible done taught you. God didn't give you no spirit of fear. That's what everybody always face. God didn't give you no spirit of fear. Then why you scared to talk about black people? The fear, white folks. I guess that's a different type of fear. I guess you can fear white folks, huh? Don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Y'all got all these notes and stuff right here. Look, y'all. Agenda 2021 and Project 2025. See, that right there probably was your last opportunity to stand up for yourself. Yeah, that was your last opportunity to have the choice or force to stand up for yourself. Now, Black America, your ass is forced. You are forced, literally, to stand up for yourself. Nobody wanted to. We did. Black people did. We voted for Kamala because we wanted everybody to succeed. We wanted everybody to be happy, healthy. We wanted everybody to eat. Those of us that did vote, for Trump and stuff, I think it might have been their white friends or their white spouses and partners that told them that bullshit. And they ought to be telling their ass, don't call me no motherfucking Mo Sabrina. I told your ass, I'm done with you. You had me go out there voting for that motherfucker. Yeah, that's what they all ought to be saying. But I don't know. I digress, though. I didn't vote for their ass and stuff. But yeah, this is what you're working with now. And as you can see, they both would have ended up overlapping into the New World Order because that's the new era that we are in. Yes. The world is in a new world order. Us, Black America, yeah, it's us against them. Unfortunately, it's us against them. I'm kind of like, damn, so you mean to tell me the whole world is okay with all of this bullshit? All of this anti-lifeness? The world is okay with it. But see, as long as it ride down on Black America, the world is okay with it. I feel like, damn, so people really feel like it's an honor to condone these things and to perpetrate these things and, to just silently let them happen, to agree with it. Look at how some of the places in the world and stuff, they even more advanced than the United States. Made me wonder, well, whose idea was what? I guess maybe in other places in the world, they got a little bit more control over their people and stuff, so they can just roll it out. But see, in America and stuff, they just giving a little bit on us. They just throw a little bit, and they throw a little bit more, and they throw some more. Yeah, they lock our asses down, then they throw heaps on there. Then we do come outside and say, oh, wow, what is all of this? That was like them 5G towers. I was like, what the fuck is these chandeliers? I don't know if I thought it would be lights or what, but they're speakers, and they're going to be putting out radiation and stuff. Believe it or not, I think they pulsing. I think the 5G towers are pulsing. They up, and I guess they supposedly operating minimally, but not completely, because it's not done. What I was reading about the 5G towers and stuff, they got to put some of them towers in the neighborhoods, every couple of houses, so that ripple. You see how the ripple of these two circles connect? That's how them 5G towers, the ripples are going to connect. That's why you see one at here and you see one a half a block away, You see them like that because the ripples are gonna connect. And us being under them is basically like we in a microwave. Yeah, all that radiation and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna be looking at how to order us some of them EMP protection clothes and stuff like that. I've been seeing them and stuff. I'm like, ancestors, come through, spirit. Yeah, because there's so much we got to do to prepare for this bullshit, for sabotage. That's what it is. We got to start creating and preparing for sabotage, for genocide, extermination. World, what is it? Populating the world and stuff. Depopulation. World depopulation. Yeah, it's a lot. Agenda 2021 was basically like transhumanism, your chips and, your brain trans, how they want to put the chip in you and all of them little devices and stuff so they can monitor everything about you. But hell, the robots going to be doing that. And then Project 2025, is like everything. It's going to be the catalyst. I feel like Agenda 2021, we had a win for Kamala, it would have just gave us another day to be able to fight back without the losses that we suffering now. But right now, we dealing with all these losses because we under Project 25. We under the agenda Project 2025. I went to try to download that project. It's 933 pages. And I went to try to download it, print it or something. Yeah, print it out. Honey, that sucker was $92. Yeah, I'm like, wow, that'll be like 5 books I could have ordered, perhaps. But we probably will get it and stuff. But unless I write it word for word, and that'll be a long time. But yeah, we just got to do our studies and stuff. We just got to start learning. Give yourself permission to get your mind out of that circle right there. Don't feel like you're going to go to hell just because you trying to learn the truth. All of y'all should want to know where you going to spend eternity. And after the things you learning, you should want to know, do I got to spend my eternity with white folks? Ask yourself, where's the justice for any of our victims, any of our loved ones? Where's the justice for them? They ain't get it on earth. And you think that when they got to heaven, they don't need it no more? It's void. It's over. It's done with. God forgave everything. It's off the table now. That's what you think. Is that what you think? Because that's not right. That don't resonate either. That don't resonate either. If you gonna get all the way to heaven, and then everything you suffered on earth is just pushed off the table. Why are you gonna go to heaven? Can't you? Well, is it somewhere else I'm supposed to go? I mean, yeah, it just make me feel like, no, I don't want to go to heaven with white folks. I actually told all the ancestors, you can leave heaven if you want to. Yeah, I sure did. I let them know I don't think you should be there. And any of y'all in heaven that resonate, and you've been there just waiting. Eminem probably been in heaven just waiting on somebody to just say it. And we never said it because we don't believe it. We don't think it. Isaac McGee, that were crying to Jesus. This ain't our book. I'm going to annotate it in here so we can easily find it. Isaac McGee was crying to Jesus, to God, to save him. Stop them. Don't let them take one more step towards me. And Isaac is in heaven now. This was in 1920. With these same people. Y'all the ones that taught us that God forgives everything, everybody, except for suicide. And it might be some others. I don't know, like baby stuff. I don't know. But I know it stuck with me. That God will forgive even murder. You just ask him. He'll forgive you. But he won't forgive suicide. If you take your own life, God won't forgive that because that's his job to take your own life. That's how I understood it. My whole life, that's how I understood it. I don't know how everybody else understood it because nobody asked. Well, what do you think, class? In Bible study, when you go to Bible study and stuff and they teach you these things and you think you learning and participating, they kind of like guiding the lesson. Because nobody, after the lessons and stuff, nobody said, well, now what do you think, Faith? Well, Poe, what you think back there? You know, nobody said things like that. So I'm like, okay, well, just don't commit suicide, and you know, and God will forgive you for whatever you do and stuff. You repent sincerely. Don't just say, "Oh, forgive me, God, I stole that lady's purse." No, no, see. So you know, I'm just like, so all of these people is in heaven, and there was even one man. I don't think it was Emmett's cousin. I found the video, but I didn't really go through it real thoroughly like that. I don't think it might not have been his cousin that said he was in heaven hugging Carolyn Bryant, but it was another black man that said it, and it just don't make no sense. Why would Emmett be in heaven with Carolyn Bryant? Why hugging, loving on each other, even if neither one of them remember what that woman caused him on this earth? His 14-year-old body, what he suffered on this earth. Even if Carolyn don't remember it in heaven, Emmett don't remember it in heaven, God remember, the higher power remember, whatever his name is. He remember why is it like that? Where's that justification? Where's the justice for Emmett? It don't make sense. So yeah, you got to reread that Bible. You need to start reading the parts that you don't study and learn, because none of this makes sense. So yeah, I told them. I told all of them, you can get up out of heaven if you want to. You sure can. And those that were unwilling, like John Hartfield, Willie Brown, Maurice Mays, Jim Grant, Jesse Thornton, Jeff Brown, Leo Frank, all of them in the days that didn't know what we know today, perhaps like those who only thought that it was only heaven and hell. They in heaven. They're in heaven. But they didn't know that they could bypass heaven. So that's why I told them, yeah, you can leave heaven. You can leave heaven. There's a whole multiverse out there for you. It's more than one multiverse out there. It's infinite levels of multiverses out there. And you can go to them. I should now tell Bo, him and like-minded family members like him might want to stay in heaven, because some of us love white folks so much we can't imagine life here or there without white people. Ain't that a shame? You put on a black movie or you know your black shows and stuff that you live, that'll irritate some black people because they don't want to see it. Yeah, you can put on Soul Train, but you better put on when they started being mixed people on it, you know, whites and stuff like that. You put it on when it was all black people. Some black folks ain't gonna like that because our mind has been cut off and our focus ain't even on us no more. It's just not. So yeah, let's go on and read and stuff. Oh, James Oranges. James Oranges was arrested 100 times, and the 100th time it led to the passing of the Voting Rights Act. Now, see, the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act, yeah, I'm gonna have to put them notes up too, because it's all different from me. I don't know about anybody else, but it's just different for me because I never got these lessons and stuff. Lucian McCarty, discharged soldier, was lynched. He was dragged and tied to an automobile to his supposed victim's house and burned. Remember I was telling y'all about the white women and stuff? The white woman said, yeah, when you get that nigga, bring him in and lynch him beneath my window so I can see him burn. And so when the white man went to the jail, and it wasn't Lucian though, it was one of the others in one of the earlier books that we read. And they didn't even know that was the black man that committed the crime, because white women was lying, saying that they were raped and attacked, when a lot of times it was white men that was raping their asses and beating their asses or assaulting their asses. And a lot of times their asses was actually in a relationship, sleeping. I ain't gonna say relationship. They was actually sleeping with the black men. But then when it came to be found out, they hollered rape. That was what white women did and stuff a lot of the times. So in that particular case, I was telling y'all about, the white men, the mob, went to that jail, took the black man out, beat him, tortured him and stuff, made him walk to the white woman's house while they were beating him. And she was ill. Oh, I can't. I could just look out the window. She couldn't even identify him. So they burned him, tortured him right there beneath her window, and she could see it and witness it. Well, this right here, Lucian McCarty, discharged soldier. He was lynched, dragged, and he was tied to an automobile, and they drug him to her house. If he was even alive after that. You know, that's the things that white folks did. Even on Easter, and Easter coming up. Easter in 1906, 3 innocent brothers, y'all. Will Allen, Fred Coker, Coker, and Horace Duncan, HORACE, they were lynched, burned, and dismembered, leading to the exodus of black people from Springfield. Now, I don't know if that's Springfield, Tennessee, or what. I just jotted it down real fast. These notes is like years and years old. Back when Trayvon, because that's when I really had my awakening, and I started trying to learn. Well, what's going on with black people? What happened with black people? All of these things, just calling out their names. Can you even imagine the last time us as black people, except for black media, and I'm assisting black media with what I'm doing. I'm assisting black America and black media. But can you, other than us, than them, can you imagine the last time someone mentioned Will Allen, Fred Coker, and Horace Duncan, Jesse Washington, Maurice Mays, Willie Brown? Can you imagine how long it's been? So our mind's been turned off. You got to turn it back on. You got to be okay with it. They suffer. It's horrific. It's unmentionable. A whole lot of stuff is unmentionable. What's that one book I started reading? It was one of them. And I think I put it down and grabbed another book. But it was telling about, it might have been the Underground Railroad, maybe. And they was telling about one passage as they was escaping slavery. And Sister was on, a lot of them got caught and stuff. But Sister, she went on to the next underground station and stuff. And she was in the wagon. And the driver of the wagon, you know, she had to keep her head down and stuff because they were getting her safely to freedom. But he took her through this route. And he told her, I want you to pay attention. I wanted you to see this. Honey, it was on both sides of that little gravel road, it were bodies hanging. Black men hanging from trees. It's in the book. I don't know which one it was. I stopped reading it. But I'm going to get back to it and stuff because I can't even imagine. And what she said that she seen, she couldn't even look at all of them and stuff, but they were black men. Some of them were women and stuff, and they were mutilated. They were dismembered. Body parts was missing off of them. And in one part, it was so graphic and stuff to me because I could see it in my mind's eye. It was a gaping hole where his privacy was at. It was a gaping hole. Like they just cut it. Dug in there and cut it out and took it. Took it home with their asses. This is the people that we dealing with today. The descendants of these people. These people not coming back no more. But they people here. This same mentality is in their descendants, just like you got 30,000 years of DNA memory in your body from your ancestors. White people do too. They got that DNA memory. Just because they repress it and they keep it hidden and stuff, that don't mean it ain't there. What's going on now? And black folks standing up for black folks, it very well could be the catalyst, as we like to say, the straw that broke the camel's back. It could be that high point that white folks just snap out again on black folks because we ain't never let this be what it is. We always just try to calm things down and put the top on it and push it over there so don't nobody see it and stuff. And now you can't do that no more. No, you can't. If you comfortable with doing that today, then you part of the problem. You part of the problem and you need help to see your way through it. And with that, I just want to offer you to get this book right here. Yeah, A Vision of Personal Freedom. It ain't got to be this that is your purpose to address. It could be another need. You could be a little intimidated about getting on here, teaching people how to clean. Just open up your refrigerator, even if you cleaned it last week. Just open up your refrigerator, put your live on and stuff, and just take everything out. You got your hot water, your soapy hot water with your little bleach in it and stuff, and show them how you clean. That's it. But you got to reach your personal freedom for whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. There's a void for us and our people. It can't be too many readers, can't be too many cleaners, can't be too many prosperity daycare, or cooks. I don't even like to cook, but if you get your channel, I might be on there sometime and stuff. But I'm want to be a vegetarian. That's what I want to do. I want to be juicing and stuff. You get your channel like that and stuff, that's where I'll be in and stuff. Now, I ain't saying I'm gonna be on your channel where you talking about chicken and ribs and pork chops, and no, I can't be on there and stuff, because I ain't trying to eat meat like that no more. But yeah, I'm just saying, we got to find our personal freedom so we can step into it. Until you choose you ain't gonna go nowhere. Them babies of ours, they ain't gonna have no chance. They're not gonna. Here it is, 26,000 photos, up to 100,000 images. I don't know what the other word is. Images of war heroes and military first are flagged for removal in the Pentagon DEI purge. I don't know when I wrote that right there. Yep. So it is. Like the commemorative moments. We were reading our first books, and it was teaching us about the soldiers and stuff. All of them. They're the ones that they talking about erasing. I think they already gone. I ain't went on there and tried to find nobody, because I'm probably gonna snap out and call everybody and tell them, let's do what you want to do, ancestors. Vengeance is yours. I truly believe vengeance belongs to the ancestors. I know Black America, we believe with our whole heart what we learned in that Bible. Somebody will fight your ass if you try to tell them, vengeance don't belong to the Lord. Vengeance belong to the ancestors. So I don't want to fight you and stuff, If you think vengeance belongs to the Lord, fine, that's good for you. But vengeance belongs to the ancestors too. I can agree to disagree. Just like you can have this Bible right here, the white man wrote about you. But it's his book. It's just about you. Don't get it twisted and stuff. You need to have the Black person's Bible too. Black people got a Bible too. Now, I'm just saying, you got to do with what you can. But you got to give yourself permission and stuff. White folks ain't going to heaven. White folks got a body. They don't have that soul where you need an intellect, you need emotion, you need will. White folks, because that soul right there, white folks ain't got emotion. Didn't nobody cry for John Hartfield. Didn't nobody say, stop. Don't make another cut. Didn't nobody have no emotion. Not even for Emmett Till. Not even for Mary Turner's unborn baby. White folks ain't had no emotion. Now, you'll see white folks cry. You'll see them faint. If a kitten get hit by a car. You see them all. I've been looking at them all day and stuff, all night. Saving animals and stuff. One couple pulled over, probably almost damn near caused the accident. Pulled over because they seen a little hurt, injured animal on the side of the road and stuff. So they got the animal and took it home and healed it back to heaven. I'm not saying don't do that. You're supposed to take care of living things and nurture them back to recovery. You're supposed to do that. I would do that too. But you ain't supposed to pick and choose. What was the emotion? I'm just saying. Where was the emotion for Black people? You can give all that emotion to animals, but you can't ever give it to Black people. You never did. Now, the emotion that you see for Black people, that I see white people crying about, and they so upset, and they seem like they just mad as hell. It's a lie. It's a motherfucking lie. Because your asses ain't got out there. You ain't orchestrated. You ain't organized. Nothing for the soul liberation that Black people can reach for us, for all the allies, all the love that you feel and stuff. Ain't nobody even said, hey, I'm at least gonna help y'all get y'all own community center back. Because we had our community center. Minnesota, before I got here, I think. Minnesota had a community center. Yeah, now it's a motherfucking police department. And I feel like, motherfuckers for all the love and shit, you should have said, after Jamar lynching and stuff, Jamar killing by the police and stuff. What was the thought and the inspiration that, hey, it's time for y'all to be back out here patrolling your own community? That's what the Black Panthers wanted. They wanted us to get out here and patrol our own community. It's not only Detroit era, and I like to speak on them. I like to see them brothers and stuff. And so we got another group that's out there, and they patrol their community too. I don't think I've heard of them as much as New Era Detroit, but I'll see it again, and I let y'all know and stuff, because that's what we're supposed to be doing. That's what the Black Panther Party wanted us to do. They wanted us in our communities, patrolling our communities. But after every police brutality, every police killing and slaughter and maiming in our communities and stuff, everybody willing to organize and come out and, get arrests made and convictions made and get compensation for the families, and get peace and stuff like that for the families, and then stop. That's where it stops at right there. Don't nobody ever go further and say, now it's time for y'all to be emboldened, where you can come out and learn to patrol and protect your own community. No, even today, right today, ain't nobody even said it. Ain't nobody thought of it. Motherfuckers probably hoping don't nobody say it, because they know that's what they were supposed to have been doing, for all the love that folks feel like they feel for Black folks and stuff. It ain't no love. It ain't sincere. All of that right there is just a ends to a means for them. As long as motherfuckers keep themselves in place for the Black fight, that you always got a check, you always got a grant, you always got work to do, because Black people need help. But the thing about it is, we need help from us. We need to help ourselves. So at this point right here, those who haven't done those things that we needed done need to step to the side. It's time to give everything over to Black people that's in position and that's ready to make the changes we need. Y'all literally gonna let us go into a new world order with nothing. When they take the police off the streets and put the robots on the streets, let them do it in white folks' neighborhood. White folks the one need robot dogs. We don't want that shit in our communities. We don't. We should have been had our people in their community patrolling their communities. This whole thing right here. So yeah, back to this right here. But white people, they got a body. No, I don't think their ass got no soul. For all the crying and shit here, cry me a river. Cry your ass for Emmett Till. Cry your ass for Jesse Washington. I want white folks to look and know exactly why I feel the way I feel about them. I'm not just talking about white folks to be talking about white folks. No, they motherfucking asses is some devils. They motherfucking asses is some devils. And this very well could be hell. I don't know. What your Bible say? What did your Bible say? It's just telling you, all of our people that were burned, that was hell. They was in a lake of fire. They was in a lake of fire. When they took their last breath, their bodies were still hot and incinerated forever and ever. As far as they know, they still burning. They still in that fire. See, I know that came out like, whoa. I seen that happen with a tarot reader, and she was saying that somebody didn't want her to say something. I don't know, because I don't really listen to tarot readers like that, but I've started realizing that the cosmos is getting their messages to us, the chosen ones, I guess. The cosmos is getting their messages to you any way they can. If they tapping your ass on your shoulder and you still ain't paying attention, they start hitting you upside your head and you still ain't paying attention. They sending messages for us to pay attention. That's all it is. But back to this right here. See, white folks got a body. Hell, everything got a body. A fish got a body. A gnat, an ant got a body. Now that soul right there, intellect, emotion, and will, people need intellect, emotion, and will to have a soul. White folks might got intellect, although I highly doubt it, because they've stolen so much. Anybody can steal your groceries and go cook a meal. Hell, it might be better than your meal. I'm just saying, anybody can do that. But the emotion part, I don't think white folks have no emotion, not for black people. And the third one is just your spirit. You need an intuition. You need communion, like your worshiping with God, your relationship with your higher power. And you need a conscience to have a spirit. So now I don't feel like white folks got a soul or a spirit. I don't think they got a soul or a spirit. No, I know a lot of them probably gonna be crying when who is face and where is she? I need her to know that I do have a soul and I do have a spirit. Till it's time to show that rage. It could be that some white folks don't even know what that rage is inside of them. It's kind of like a little small burning. You know how when the coals on your fire go out and it's still orange, but it ain't no flames yet. It's just a little burn, a little simmering and stuff. But when it reach that pinnacle and they gotta unleash all that rage and stuff, it's a cultural thing. They ain't even gonna know. Why? I don't know. When the lynchings happened, for 100,000 people to come to one lynching, at John Hartfield's lynching, it was 10,000 white folks there. Where did they all come from? It was like a cultural thing. Dr. Ray Hagan said it. It's cultural. Religion is a cultural thing. Their mindset is a cultural thing. What they all do, what they one do, that one, all of them, it's like it just goes from one mind to the other mind. I don't know how the hell it works. But I'm like, we better keep our eyes on the prize and stuff, because shit, maybe Sabrina ass ain't even gonna know when it take over her to join in with the mindset. I don't know. Yeah, we really need some deep discussions here. I need some deep discussions with some deep thinkers here. Yeah, I mean, our psychologists and stuff. And I don't know who's gonna be able to break this down to us, but we need to see it for what it is. We got to. We must. Animals can feel and not want. Animals got a will too. Animals got a will. They know if they don't want to go to the damn pet doctor. Shit, they know hell you taking them in there to get a grooming and stuff, and they don't want to go. Animals got a will. Animals got emotion. You seen a dog cry when the mate is killed or something. You see animals crying for each other. So I even see videos now where animals are literally coming out the wilderness, stopping cars and stuff, laying in the middle of the road until somebody come and they can take them where another animal is trapped or hurt or something like that. Animals, they waking up too. I saw an animal last week, a dog. The dog was walking on his back legs, walked all the way across the street. And then I guess it got down on his 4 legs and walked on and stuff. And it's like, wow. Then last night I showed y'all that video the night before of the 2 cats. And they were watching the laser beam. And the one cat kept looking at the light. But that other cat looked up at the owner like, oh, that's you. You doing that shit. Everything is awakening now. Everything is waking up. Animals is going to tell your ass, especially them dogs. Them dogs going to tell your ass. So I'm so glad your ass done found out. Now I can finally tell you. I don't know how they going to tell you. Yeah, your little dog and stuff, Ralphie. Oh, yeah, now I can tell your ass, We ain't got to be dogs no more. I can just let you know they've been playing you for a fool. Because dogs talk to each other. They live with white folks and everything. They got a whole lot to tell, too. Animals got a whole lot to tell you. Cats, they got a whole lot to tell you about white folks. So yeah, don't feel no particular kind of way. Just take it for what it is and know what you got to do. Yeah. And melanin people. Only the children of the sun have a spirit. The intuition, conscience, and communion can only be gotten by us. We the only ones that's got all 3. Melanated people are the only ones that's got all 3. Yeah. There it is right there. Animals got 2. They got a body and a soul. Animals don't have the spirit, though. Or do it? Yeah, animals don't have the spirit. Oh, I don't have it on here that they have a spirit. I don't think animals have a conscience when they have to go out and hunt for their babies and stuff like that. I don't know. I know white folks don't. And I'm not against animals and stuff, you know. Actually, when the Bible said that God created the animals of the earth and for you to have dominion over black people, you were supposed to protect. You were supposed to protect them animals. You were supposed to protect them animals. Not even for yourself did you stand up to white America. Not for the beautiful pets of the world did you stand up to white America. You just didn't. We didn't. I didn't either. None of us did. Because we didn't know no better. But now we do know better. When you know better, you do better. So it ain't no excuse. And now I think we can read at least one or two of our story. Yep, of our Dr. Claude Anderson. More dirty little secrets about Black history, its heroes, and other troublemakers. This is volume 2. I do not have volume 1. And that's Dr. Claude Anderson and his son, Brent. Yeah, Brent Anderson. See? Not Brent. I know sometimes I be mixing words and stuff. But yeah, it's all good. If you see a good fight, get in it. Vernon John said that. If you see a good fight, get in it. This the good fight. This the good fight right here. And you know we always heard pick your battles in life. Pick your battles in life. Just don't be afraid of white America. That's all I gotta say. Don't be afraid of white America. They done did all they could do to you as a people. They can't do no more to you than they done already did. Yeah, your ancestors survived. You still here. Black people still here. Through all the lynchings, all the burnings, all the roastings, the dismemberment, everything they've done, Black people still here. You still here because the cosmos manifested you. And the cosmos, and only the cosmos, decide when you won't be on earth anymore, when you will no longer be in existence. That's not for white folks to decide. White folks gonna wipe their whole damn self out. They're gonna wipe the whole life as we know it out. Yeah. I believe if any one of them genocidal attempts, extermination attempts had it succeeded, and our numbers get so small, the sun will blow up. The sun gives the bulk of its energy to Black America and Black Africa. Other people and trees and the waters and the sea life and animal life, the plant kingdom and stuff, they get energy from the sun. They do. The sun is giving life to everything. But the sun gives us the bulk of its energy. It gives us most of its energy. Okay? It's like this right here. Let's do it like this. The sun. The sun gives energy to everything. White folks, plant life, you got your sea life, you got your waterways and all that good stuff. And then you got Black people, Black America and Black Africa. Other people too. Other people, we consider them white folks, you know. Yeah, get them some too. Now, Black people, Black Africa and Black America, this is the energy from the sun for us. See, it's so much more. Yeah, it's so much more. So to have our numbers decrease exponentially, what's that word? Yeah, you know that it be on the movie and stuff. And yeah, but to have our numbers decreased so much and stuff, that energy can't go nowhere. Them other facets of life, other people, plant life, animal life, the waterways and everything, it can't receive all of that energy. It probably can receive some of it, a little of it, if that. The rest of it got to go back to the sun. And what's going to happen when that energy go back to the sun? The sun going to blow up. The sun is going to blow up. So, yeah, white folks ain't thought about none of this. They crazy asses. I don't know why folks ain't told them. Instead, you had to have somebody that dropped out of school in 11th grade to come and tell us what don't nobody want to tell us. Oh, Maxwell Chicken Boots. So y'all know that's our brother in Africa. Yeah, in Zimbabwe. You know, he the one came up with that vehicle. And the vehicles, y'all, they run off of the Earth's magnetic frequency. So it don't need to be charged up. It don't need gasoline. We are the greatness, not white folks. We are the superior ones. We are the ones that the cosmos manifested. This is ours. All of this is ours. We okay with sharing life, coexisting with everybody, with everything, because we come from the cosmos and we understand that harmonious living is being able to let everything live and let live. But everything don't feel like that about us. Well, everybody don't. White folks don't feel like that about us. The other groups of people don't feel like that about us. They all feel like, damn, we in the way. They feel like we are in the way. Ungrateful motherfuckers. You know, now we ain't got no friends. The Old West. Is that where we at today? Because, you know, we started reading about names yesterday. Oh, no, I think we further than here. Oh, yeah. We done read these right here. Indians told to get real names. We read that right there. Oh, we didn't read sex and sexual taboos, though. That's chapter 4. Let me see if that's where we at. Oh, no, we read about the stands. Will Soldier of Truth stand? Will Frederick Douglass stand? Remember, we read those yesterday because I finished all of them. Now we are on the master is gone humor. The master is gone humor. The humor of Black folks differs from the humor of whites because they have different group experiences, viewpoints, and cultural conditioning. For Blacks, centuries of slavery, Jim Crow segregation, and racism shape how they react and emotionally protect themselves. Black humor is sometimes a therapeutic device to vent emotional frustration, anger, and aggression. For a brief moment, humor liberates Blacks from the realities of being Black in a white-dominated society and flips the tables as demonstrated in this joke. When a white slave master died, 2 Black slaves were told to dig his grave. After they spent nearly half a day digging and preparing the burial site, a passerby inquired why the 2 slaves were digging the grave so deep and had gathered such a large boulder for a headstone. The 2 Black slaves admitted to the passerby that a typical grave should only be 6 or 7 feet deep. However, they said, since the master was such a good master, we're going to make sure that he gets as close as possible to his permanent home. Hell. I imagine he's talking about hell. And to make sure that he stays there, we're going to put the biggest stone we can find on his grave. The nuisance of their play on words made it difficult for anyone to really understand the true feelings of slaves. Pretending to love their white owner, these 2 clever slaves used a safe way to fight back. Black people appreciate this kind of Black humor because it alludes to the master getting his comeuppance. Yeah, kind of remind me of Jesus's resting place with that big old stone in front of it. I'm just saying. Saturday Night Live racial humor. When Saturday Night Live first aired on national television as a new comedy program, it presented a Black and a white comedian speaking racial unspeakables. The Black comedian was Richard Pryor, who appeared on the show with Chevy Chase, the white comedian. Chevy Chase played the part of a job interviewer giving a word association test to Richard Pryor. The test began innocently with words like tree associated with dog, but soon it became an exchange of racial insults. White, Chevy said. Black, Richard Pryor answered. Negro, white. Tar baby, what did you say? Tar baby. Ofe, colored. Redneck, they were just going back and forth at each other. Jungle bunny. Peckerwood, burrhead. Cracker, spirit chucker. White trash, jungle bunny. Honky, nigger. Dead honky. Yeah. I think I saw that too. Audiences laughed, and this racial pairing became a watermark in the history of television comedy. Indians told to get real names. For nearly 2 centuries, the federal government and American Indians have had a special guardian-client relationship that provided Indians on reservations with many of their basic necessities. American Indians did not have a written language. so parents did not have to write their children's names. According to Indian culture, names were supposed to tell stories and sometimes even give instructions. But the Federal Commissioner of Indian Affairs did not approve of this practice. He did not want Indians to use names like tail feathers coming from weeping willow, or the deer who walks with the buffalo herd, or he who knows two bones, or the ancient arrow maker of the hill on the hill. Enough became enough. In 1903, the Bureau insisted an order that required all Indians on reservations to adopt plain American names. They especially encouraged them to use patriotic names. The motherfuckers. Yeah, y'all asses. Indians began using European names, first names like George, Sam, and Peter to stay on the Dawes rolls. Yeah. Because if they wanted to stay on that Dawes rolls, which I just mentioned it, they bought our legacy, our identity for $5. It's called the Dawes rolls. Hold on. Anyway. Oh. Well, look at that.
Of the Twin Cities, we want to invite you to a special gathering on March 27th. Leaders from all over are gathering because exciting things are happening right here in the Twin Cities, and we would love for you to be a part of it. You can be a catalyst for what God is about to do as He redeems our city, and there is something very special that He is doing among us. So please register and plan to join us on March 27th.
Oh.
If you are a leader here in the Twin Cities, either a
I ain't no leader, but I'm going to look at it and see what is they going to be doing. It was just there. I was looking for that Dawes rolls, but I don't see it anywhere. Yeah, but I don't see it anywhere. But this right here is just mentioned in the stuff. Indians said, all right, if we want to keep all this money, we want to keep these lives, we want to keep the legacy, we want to keep their identity and stuff, yeah, we're going to have to change our names. So they motherfucking ass did. Yeah. Indians began using European first names like George, Sam, and Peter to stay on the Dawes roll. And that's Dawes ROLL, Dawes roll, for public relief and tax-free status. They then shortened their last names. Thus, names like Rolling Thunder became Ron Thomas. These shortened Indian names could more easily fit on public documents or an envelope, just like the great white chief in Washington wanted. Quilt, song, and sermon messages. Despite laws that made it illegal to teach a slave language and math skills, enslaved blacks used their innate intelligence and creativity to learn English. But they also established a national communication system of their own. Though most could not read or write English, black slaves designed codes and methods to transfer information that was secret, yet public enough to guide runaways. Some of the most popular methods of communications were colorful patchwork quilts. We talked about this too. Slave songs, and religious sermons employed by slaves, even though they were under constant surveillance by white masters, white overseers, and black informers. The way slaves used patchwork quilt designs were to provide instructions was particularly ingenious. If a monkey wrench quilt hung on a fence, the slaves knew to prepare to go north by wagon. If they saw a quilt with 5 square knots 2 inches apart, they knew the escape route would lead to Ontario, Canada. The quilt designs were a complex system of codes that gave voice to black people's resistance to enslavement. Female slaves collected used pieces of cloth and sewed them together in colorful designs as a visual language. Scholars are examining how slaves escaping from southern plantations read the messages in the quilt colors, patterns, and even the stitching. The stitching itself. The quilt served as signposts, maps, secret signals, and visual speech that guided fugitives on their way to freedom. Any slave-produced patchwork quilts that survive to the present day are highly prized collectible folk art objects. So if you got any blankets, if you got any, you keep them. My people back home and stuff, all of y'all, wherever you at, if you got your great-grandmama's blankets and stuff, them quilts, keep them. I'm finna start looking for them and stuff. I see them out, I'm at thrift stores or whatever. Yeah, let me get this blanket. Keep them. I didn't know the significance of them. I sure didn't. My grandmama had a whole lot of them. My great-grandmama Eileen did. She had a whole lot of them blankets and stuff. And she had a chair, a recliner chair, and nobody ever sat on the chair because it had all them blankets folded up on it. That's her right there, Eileen. That's her right there. That's my great-grandmama. And I used to sit on top of them blankets. And I used to look at The Incredible Hulk, because I liked The Incredible Hulk when I was a little girl, crying on the end of it and stuff, because the song was so sad. And you know, whatever happened to him in the show and stuff, he would walk into the next town, David Banner would. But I would cry because I felt like he was a black man. And, you know, that's a black man walking by himself. Ain't nobody trying to help him. Ain't nobody picking him up, you know, and they've been trying to kill him. And so, yeah, I loved The Incredible Hulk when I was a little girl. But that's why I thought it was a black man. It wasn't a white man to me, you know. But, yeah, them blankets and stuff. And then I seen that a little while ago because the monkey wrench means get your belongings together. We will be going out. We'll be going out with the conductor soon. The drunkard's path, you know, that's when we'll follow the drunkard's path because it'll make it difficult for the slave catchers because, you know, drunk people stomp. You know, so, yeah, that right there was the blanket. That quilt, the drunken's path. Then you had the bear's paw. We will follow the bear's paw because we'll find food, honey, and berries when you follow the bear's path. See, all of the quilts had messages for us. They all did. You see how creative we were? How ingenious we were? Just genius. It's brilliant. Because we always fought slavery. We weren't never okay with slavery. Yep. Female slaves collected used pieces of cloth and sewed them together in colorful designs as a visual language. Scholars are examining how slaves escaping from southern plantations read the messages in the quilt colors, patterns, and even the stitching. Like some stitching, you would see two stitches side by side, and wherever it was going and stuff, it could be a river or it could be something like that. It just depends on the design of the stitching. Yeah, it was awesome. And we didn't even know. Any slave-produced patchwork quilts that survive to the present day are highly prized collectible folk art objects. I'm going to go to the thrift store now, see if I see any. Black slaves were equally resourceful in their field songs and religious sermons. Most of their songs came from biblical stories, but carried encoded messages like our music do. Besides longing for a better life, slave songs often communicated specific trails for slaves to take. The message was obvious in the words of popular slave songs like Steal Away to Heaven and Fly Away with Wings Over Jordan. Other song phrases like Soon It Will All Be Over signal departing times. Black preachers sermonized to the slaves to be ready when the day comes. And go where? To heaven. Now we're in chapter 4. I know. And I do apologize to Dr. Claude Anderson because it shouldn't have taken us this long. Because I would have read this book in a couple of days because I like to read and stuff. But this is, you know, you just can't rush through it. I'm not going to force myself to rush through it and stuff. That's why you can leave and come at your leisure if you want to. Yep, you ain't going to miss much. And if you do, you can just go look at the video if you want to. Sex and sexual taboos. Like money, sex is hard to find and gone too soon. Now, this here is just some little minute facts. In 1782, Deborah Gannett, Gannett, a black female, disguised herself as a male soldier and served in the Continental Army for 17 months. The bravery, Deborah Gannett, Gannett. And this was in 1782. She actually served in the Continental Army for 17 months. Oh, that's a story, ain't it? In 1808, slave states began offering monetary incentives to white females to impregnate female slaves and produce mulatto slaves who had high sales value. Ain't that some shit? Slave states began offering monetary incentives to white males to impregnate female slaves and produce mulatto slaves who had high sales value. In the 1940s, the federal government built the Pentagon with twice the number of needed restrooms because racially segregated Virginia required racially separate restrooms. In 1955, Emmett Till, a 14-year-old black boy from Chicago, Illinois, was beaten and murdered by a gang of white men for whistling at a white woman in Mississippi, which we know was a lie. A congressman who loved black people. If any white person loved black people, it was Congressman Thaddeus Stevens, the driving force within radical Republicans who crafted the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution and the civil rights laws of the 1860s and the early 1870s. Congressman Stevens had an obsession for black rights and absolute equality for black people. We got John Brown. Now we got Thaddeus Stevens. I'm going to write his name in John's book. But his passion for black people was not confined to the floors of Congress. Stevens talked the talk and walked the walk long before, during, and after the Civil War. He publicly professed his hatred for Southern whites and for slavery. Newspapers taunted him by charging that Lydia Smith, his housekeeper, was really his black mistress. She was a neat, kindly, and pretty mulatto woman. There was no doubt that she was his housekeeper and devoted to his interests. She lived in the house with Stevens, a bachelor, and newspapers reported that he was the father of her children. One newspaper, the Southern Union Springs Times, printed that Congressman Stevens was living in open adultery with a mulatto woman. Stevens never responded to the articles, nor did he ever threaten a lawsuit against any newspaper. Congressman Stevens was a generous man who believed that absolute social and economic equality between the races included black children. In the summer of 1867, Stevens was approached for a monetary contribution subscription to support the home for friendless children in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. He offered to make a sizable contribution, but only if the solicitors could guarantee that black children would receive equal benefits from his contribution. When no assurance could be given, Stevens refused to contribute and condemned the organization. When Congressman Stevens went to Washington, D.C. or traveled any place in the country, Lydia Smith accompanied him. She ran his households in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and Washington, D.C. She planned and prepared parties, then received and entertained guests. In casual and formal discussions, Lydia spoke about herself and the congressman as we. As Stevens grew older and weaker, Lydia became even more devoted and supportive of him. The most impressive display of his passion for black people and unbending fidelity to their equality came out of a request that he made on his deathbed. Stevens had purchased a burial plot in a local cemetery, but upon reading the deed, he noticed the burial of blacks was forbidden. Stevens returned the deed on the grounds that he preferred to be buried in a cemetery that did not discriminate. It is natural for a man to decide to sleep his last with those he loved in life. Congressman Thaddeus Stevens was laid to rest in a black cemetery. When Stevens died, Lydia Smith, his black mistress and beneficiary, was at his bedside. She wept. First two black Miss Americas. For centuries, white women have been the American standard of beauty. In 1981, however, the nation was shocked when two black women were crowned Miss America. First, for the first time in the 62-year history of the Miss America beauty pageant, Vanessa Williams, previously Miss New York State, became the first black woman to be crowned Miss America. In the very same Atlantic City pageant, the first runner-up to Vanessa Williams was Suzette Charles, Miss New Jersey, who became the first black woman to win that state title. This double win for the black female set a historic precedent, though Miss Williams was later forced to give up her crown following revelations that she posed nude for Penthouse magazine. Suzette Charles moved up and assumed the title of Miss America. It pays to have a spare, beautiful black woman in case of an emergency. Oh, whatever happened to Sally Hemings? No, Thomas Jefferson. Sally Hemings, an enslaved black woman, became Thomas Jefferson's concubine at 15 years old. Sally Hemings remained Jefferson's slave and mistress until she was freed by Jefferson's wife after his death. Hemings died in 1835 at the age of 62. Through her intimate relations with Thomas Jefferson, she gave birth to two sons, Madison and Easton, Eston. Both of her sons, who were freed under Jefferson's will, moved to Ohio. 3 decades later, one of Sally Hemings' grandsons, Thomas Easton Hemings, fought with the Northern Union Army in the Civil War. He was captured by the Southern Confederates and died in the infamous Andersonville, South Carolina prison. Many of Sally Hemings' descendants are actively engaged in trying to prove that the blood of Thomas Jefferson flows through their veins. Since white blood symbolized value, possibly the black descendants will receive some benefits. General Custer's black mistress. Military rank always has its privileges, and that was true in the American Civil War. Clearly, General George Armstrong Custer, the boy general of the Union Army, took full advantage of his military rank, especially in regards to a black mistress. Military history revealed that he did not possess the clean-cut, high-principled character that this popular image suggests. Long before his last stand at the Little Bighorn, General Custer had proven himself a racist, adulterer, and a poor officer. During the Civil War battle at Trevilian Station in June 1864, Wade Hampton and some of his Confederate troops captured the Union Army wagon headquarters of General Custer. Wade Hampton and some of his Confederate troops captured the Union Army wagon headquarters of General Custer. Among the items in Custer's wagon were assorted equipment, clothes, photographs of Custer's wife, and a very special piece of camping and comfort equipment. General Custer's black mistress. He had his mistress there. According to the Richmond Whig, WHIG newspaper, the Confederate troops who captured General Custer's wagon heard Union soldiers approaching and decided to discard Custer's wagon and personal possessions. They cut the horses loose, and in an effort to leave nothing for the approaching Union Army, they pushed General Custer's wagon with his personal effects and black mistress still inside over the side of a cliff. Her screams could be heard by both Confederate and Union soldiers before the wagon hit the floor of the canyon. Some of General Custer's personal items were salvaged from the canyon floor and returned to him. Reportedly, General Custer was pleased to recover them. However, he expressed no concern for the loss and death of his black mistress. She had been removed from the boy general's life and legend forever. Strom Thurmond's black offspring. In the spring of 2003, Strom Thurmond of South Carolina, then the nation's oldest senator, Southern Dixiecrat, and a self-professed racist, retired from the United States Senate at the ripe old age of 100. Strom Thurmond acquired his racist image the old-fashioned way. He spent decades earning it. In the 1948 presidential election, Southern Democrats, then called Dixiecrats, ran Strom Thurmond as his candidate for the nation's highest office. Thurmond lost the election, but switched from the Democratic Dixie Party to the Republican Party, which had then become the official white party in America. Because, see, I was wondering, How was it that black people started out as Republicans, but then we ended up as Democrats? Yeah, it's still, I don't see why we just didn't get the hell off that vulture. I mean, why? Well, election to the United States Senate gave Thurman a national platform from which to promote South Carolina's brand of white hatred for Black Americans. While promoting white hate, Strom Thurmond established and maintained social friendships with safe Black conservatives. Scary asses. Yep. He established and maintained friendships with sellouts. Basically, an off-quoted biblical scripture is a warning to Strom Thurmond and others. It says, that which is done in the dark will eventually come to light. In December 2003, SMA Washington Williams, a Black woman who lives in California, announced at a press conference that arch segregationist Senator Strom Thurmond was her father. Prosperity. She informed the press that her mother, a maid in the Thurmond home, had been raped by Strom Thurmond when she was only 16 years old. Her charges recast the national icon of white superiority into not only a rapist, but a hypocrite and a pedophile. Rumors had circulated for years that Strom Thurmond was overly friendly with Black women while publicly subordinating and marginalizing the Black race. In their book, Old Strong, it's a book, an unauthorized biography of Strom Thurmond, authors Jack Bass, B-A-S-S, and Marilyn W. Thompson call attention to at least one of Thurmond's sexual escapades with Black women and his colored offspring. In 1972, the Edgefield Advertiser reported, Senator Thurmond is unprincipled with colored offspring, while parading as a devout segregationist. Strom Thurmond exploded in anger and called the Advertiser's accusation too scandalous to even warrant a comment. Death has a way of bringing out the truth. In 2003, the Washington Post and the newspapers across the country ran front-page stories detailing how Carrie Butler decided to introduce her daughter to Strom Thurmond when she turned 16. Following the introduction, Strom Thurmond provided the daughter with limited financial support. However, considering how Senator Strom Thurmond publicly degraded and politically oppressed Black people, many people of African descent are puzzled and wonder why SMA Washington Williams wanted to identify with one of the nation's most ardent white racists and pedophiles. Oh, let's see. I think we're gonna read at least one more, maybe one more. Benedict Arnold was seduced. Well, we're gonna read Black Protector of White Women. Wow. And then there's Benedict Arnold was seduced. Not enough women. A chastity belt for Black males. Black women inventors and off-Broadway spy. And check this one. I can't wait till we get to this one. Southern incest was common. Female slaves in the Middle Passage. A female Tuskegee pilot. Horatio Alger, a gay pedophile. Let's read. Yep, let's read. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to be the last one. I apologize. I didn't mean to keep us here this long. But yeah, Black Protector of White Women. The institutions of slavery and Jim Crow segregation prohibited a Black man from protecting himself, his children, or Black women. However, Black men were programmed to be loyal and faithful protectors of white women. The psychological phenomenon known as identification with the oppressor generated a special bond between a white slave owner and his favorite Black slaves. When the white male was dead or off the war, even though he could not or would not protect his own, many Black males appointed themselves to protect the white woman and her children, as well as defend the master's house and the master's plantation. These self-appointed protectors would lay down their lives to defend a white man and his property. Sometimes the master permitted faithful protective slaves to sleep in the big house during his absence. Anyone who attempted to enter the house or to harm the master's young children or his wife during the night would have to first do battle with the Black male slave who slept by the door. It was a special honor for a lowly black male to be so trusted by his white master. Many black males, whether they are conservatives or liberals, continue to value protecting white females in the 21st century. Is that you? I'm just saying, yeah. So see, all of this was programmed into you, my brother, my sister. We have a lot that's programmed into us, and we got to deprogram it. That's what Dr. Ray Hagan said. He said we got to deprogram all of these lessons and these programs that white America done put in our mind. We got to deprogram all of that and stuff, because that's what's keeping us stuck. I know you don't think you stuck, and individually you may not be stuck. You may have all the luxury and the freedom that you think you need and stuff, but if you ain't got that personal freedom to do what your heart needs to do, what you need to do, your purpose for being here, then yeah, you kind of like selling yourself out. I just want us to always know that we should be the focus of us. Well, we shouldn't be focused on other people and what other people are doing, other than what the hell they doing to us. What does all this mean that white America is putting up, everything that they create and they building? What does that mean for me and my people? That's why I mentioned their ass. I'm concerned about it. What the fuck is y'all doing? What are you doing? Why y'all didn't send out this? You got so many memos, agendas, operations and projects and stuff, courses and studies. It would have been very simple to set up some type of memo, send out a flash email to all people that got an email. I don't know how they do it here. You're hacking everybody. Shit. You're watching everybody and ask people what do they want for these 5G towers out here? What do they want? How do they feel about the 5G towers, about these chemtrails that's being sprayed? Just ask the people, but no one ever asks us anything. So yeah, I'm on our side. I'm on the side of justice and right. Yeah, all that was done to Mother Earth, I don't forget that shit either. I'm still pissed because where I go to sometimes and stuff, they don't cut down 2 trees over there. They don't cut them, they gone. I usually go hug them trees. And I just learned that when you hugging a tree, you really, to get the full effect of that tree, you really, when you hugging that tree, pick your legs up and hug that tree with your legs too. That way you'll get the full contact with that tree. The tree is alive. It's alive. It's got so many memories in it. When I go and see where Elijah, Elmer, and Elias, I got their name on the wall now. When I go and see their last spot where they was at in the loop, I hope there's some trees out there, because I'm going to hug some trees while I'm out there and stuff. And if I go and stuff, I hope I got my, when I go, I hope I got my camera and stuff set up so we can see it together. I want us to see it together. And I want my bucket list. When I start going to my bucket list, like Sister be doing, Tiff and stuff, then I want us to be seeing it too. Yep, I love Sister Tiff, and she be going to all the places and stuff, and she be reading the statues and stuff to us, because we don't know. We be walking through the park and stuff, and you see them big old statues, and they got the inscriptions on this stuff. Go on and read it and see what it is. Write that name down, so when you get home, you can do some research on it, and ask in your research what happened as far as Black people concerned with this person right here. Yeah, and y'all know, because I'm finna go, keep a song in your heart and keep some gratitude. Always keep you some gratitude. Always keep you some gratitude. Just keep a song in your heart. You can sing it. Ain't nobody even got to hear you sing. You can give gratitude to your ancestors, to the sun, to the stars, to the cosmos, your higher power too, whoever that be. And can't nobody take it away from you. These 2 things, can't nobody take it away from you. Now, I have added some physical relief, which would be just 15, 20 minutes of shaking, just shake it off. Just shake it off. So that way, physically, you're getting rid of all that angst, that tiredness, that restlessness, you're moving. Yeah, I'm getting used to that too. It's like, wow, it's different, but it's good. It's beneficial to you. Me, I'm learning to stand on my head, because brother said that it's good to stand on your head, and it resets. It's going to reset you. So I'm getting used to doing that and stuff. But, we all just looking for ways that we can improve us, to give us different outlets, because we're trying to evolve. I am. And I want you to evolve too. I want us to evolve. I hope you're telling some of these things that's resonating with your friends, your family, your circle, because Black people need to know these things. It's so much we do not know. I can't help it. I got here at the last end of this fight. This round 3. We're going to hear the bell any day now. Ding, 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 ding. It's going to be over. But we ain't heard it yet, so we still can keep going. I'm just thankful to the ancestors that I did make it here. And we can know we got to do a whole new mind change. We need to start thinking differently for us. That's all I'm saying, you know. And keep your eyes on the prize, and I love y'all. And I didn't give no shout outs and stuff because I didn't come back on. I didn't mean to stay this long, though I was trying to hurry up. I was trying to hurry up. Good day, my sister. How you doing? Oh, look. Hey, Aya. Hey, Vicky. Vicky said, hey, y'all. I know everybody is here. And Vonta. Hey, Vonta. It's so good to see you. Hey, Aya. I don't know if nobody get to go to heaven, but I know I ain't. Yep. I'm not going to heaven with white folks and stuff. If white folks can't go to heaven, then they need to tell us that. Can you read the 10 Commandments? I don't have the 10 Commandments. No, I don't even have a Bible. I bought this at the Dollar Tree because I know I had been talking about it, and this was the only one they had, though. Maybe I go to the Dollar General and get a real Bible, I guess, you know. Maybe I see one at the half-price bookstore when I get there. You know, yeah, it's just so much to know and stuff. Good day, Sister Irma and Chance Rogers. What's up, world? I know that's right. They better be black folks. But yeah, it's new to me too, but I can do it if this is our purpose, and it is. Teaching our people, because we need to wake up. We got to wake up. It's on us to wake up. You know, I would hate for y'all to wake up in them smart cities and stuff. Them smart cities, I don't believe that white people gonna be in them smart cities. Even your most vulnerable white people, the elderly white people, they could be sickly, they could be mental, they could be so weak, and all they do is just stay at home and drink tea and stuff. They don't want to be in no damn smart city. No, that's like a trap. Them smart cities is like a trap. They want you, Black America, in them smart cities. I don't know how they plan on filling them up, how they plan on getting you there. I know you're not gonna go there willingly, but to me, I'm trying to learn about it too. I'm just trying to put it together. Smart cities is gonna work in tandem and cooperation with that chip. Them chips they putting in your hand and your back, they putting the chip in the back of your head and shit. So in the smart city, when you come out, if you ain't back in your smart city at a certain time, them chips that they done put in your ass, the microchips, is gonna be like illuminated. Everybody on the outside of the smart city gonna know your ass done escaped from the smart city. They gonna know you supposed to be in the smart city. I don't know what the consequences gonna be. I don't know if they're gonna come and beat your ass down, or they're gonna kill you, drag you back in there. I don't know. I don't know if you could be like, oh shit, I'm late, and you can get back in the smart city. I don't know if it's gonna close down until it reopens. I don't know. It's just like a mystery, which white folks always say stuff is a mystery, don't they? But yeah, it's just a matter of thinking what do they have planned, because as you see, they ain't told us nothing. Yeah, they ain't told us nothing. Yep. And yeah, I just love y'all. Love has found its way. Map Drawer, you keep giving me so many songs and stuff. Shine your light. Stevie Wonder, UK medley. I know. Ooh, and I ain't never even heard of these. Fela Kuti, I think I heard of that some years ago. Maybe not. I heard of Fela something, but it was somebody else and what they was into and stuff. Fumbles, you a member? Oh, I know, right? Look. Well, I said it over there because I got y'all cups. And I was thinking, do I want to reorder the cups? And that way I ain't even got to open it up and send it to y'all. I haven't even figured out how to get the cups to you yet. I just know that the perks are cool. I like seeing the green and stuff. And I can tell that it's you because your name is in green. But I want us to have significant stuff at home with us. And wherever you at, whatever you doing and stuff, you already know what Defying Lawyers network is. Because you got the cup. See, today versus yesterday. Lemonade got her channel up. I asked her, and she said that, yep, her channel, she got her website up. I asked her, did she have her website up? Because I want to go order me some more stuff from her. And she said, yep, her website is up. And it's Lynn Monade, LYNNMONADE.com. LynnMonade.com. And look, I love that right there. Today versus yesterday. For tomorrow, Oh, yeah, that's the wrong cup. But yeah, so let's get out of here. It's beautiful outside today. The sun is out there. It's a little nippy when I went out earlier, but that's all right because I got my shawl. And I'll see y'all tonight. I love y'all. You have a wonderful day. Keep a song in your heart. Stay grateful. As soon as you step outside and stuff, honey, be grateful. If you in the house, whatever you doing, keep some gratitude with you. It's free. You ain't got to pay nobody for no gratitude. No, you ought to let people know. If they keep a little gratitude with them, it'll go a long way. Yeah, let sister know. She ain't even got to be angry and negative no more and stuff. What's her favorite song? Just let her know. Have some gratitude and get you a song. It'll make you feel a whole lot better. Membership was gifted by Mike TV last night. Wonderful. Mike, thank you. Look what you did. Wow, Mike TV. Oh, you are awesome. Wow. Okay, now I got to get to your channel and stuff. Yeah, now I got to be able to get back to y'all so I can follow y'all. And I know I don't follow people and stuff. You know, I like to go my own way, the long way around and stuff. But I want to follow my people and stuff so we can get together and talk and, you know, embrace each other and stuff. That's what I want to do for us. That's what I want to do with us. You don't let nobody even, I don't be around other people like that. And I don't even want nobody around my energy and stuff. I just want all of this for my people now. My people got to heal. And yeah, that's me. Yes, thank you so much. Okay, I'm finna go right now, Mike, to my email so me and you can talk. Okay, peace and power to the people. Oh, I